Welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah, another one.
You guys sent in some really fascinating stuff this time.
Right.
We got excerpts from looks like a lesson plan for teaching English, using the lyrics of Ride to Nowhere.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to take those lyrics today and really kind of get under the skin of this song. We're not just going to be looking at the vocabulary,
Right.
but also we're going to look at, some of those cool turns of phrase.
Yeah.
and the bigger ideas kind of floating around in the song.
Yeah.
Think of this as your shortcut to understanding, what this song is all about.
Right, a deep dive.
Yeah.
Into the meaning.
A deep dive into the meaning of this song.
The lyrics of this song.
Through these lyrics.
Exactly. And, these lyrics offer, I think, a really great window into how English expresses certain ideas and emotions.
Oh, yeah.
And what's particularly interesting to me is how seemingly straightforward lines can carry, so much cultural weight and imply these deeper meanings.
Right.
We're going to kind of take these little snippets and really explore what makes them tick.
Okay, so let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
Rolling fast, running wild.
Okay.
The lesson tells us this means moving quickly and living without rules. Like picturing someone on a motorcycle, or, feeling totally free.
Right.
And a new phrase for you is rolling fast, meaning just that moving quickly, living freely. When you hear that, what kind of feeling comes to mind?
Well, it immediately creates this sense of unbridled energy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The combination of rolling and running amplifies that feeling of momentum.
Right.
Like nothing can stop this force.
Yeah.
And when you pair that with wild, it suggests a deliberate breaking away from constraints.
Right.
It makes you wonder if this journey, this ride to nowhere, is less about the destination and more about the sheer exhilaration of movement itself.
That is a great point,
It definitely sets a tone right out of the gate.
Right.
Now we've got one-way ticket.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm staying a while.
The meaning here, I think, is pretty clear. Go in somewhere with no immediate plans to return, like move into a new city without a return ticket.
Right.
And the phrase is one-way ticket, a trip without a return planned.
Right.
The example given is, I bought a one-way ticket to New York to start a new life.
Wow.
What strikes you about that image of a one-way ticket?
It speaks volumes about commitment and a willingness to embrace the unknown.
Right.
Unlike a round-trip ticket,
Yeah.
a one-way ticket suggests a significant decision, a potential turning point.
Yeah.
It's like saying, I'm diving into this experience and I'm not looking back just yet.
Right.
And it really reinforces this idea of being present in the journey wherever it might lead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a powerful symbol.
Powerful symbol.
Then we have no more questions, no more chains. This means no more doubts and nothing is holding me back. Like
Right.
finally being free from restrictions. The new phrase is no more chains, no more restrictions or limits. The example is, after quitting my job, I feel like I have no more chains holding me back.
Yeah, I love that.
What do you think is the relationship between those questions and those chains?
That's a fascinating connection.
Yeah.
It suggests that often our own internal doubts, those questions, can be just as binding as external limitations to chains.
Oh, interesting.
When both disappear, it creates a profound sense of liberation.
Yeah.
It's like achieving both mental clarity and external freedom simultaneously, allowing for truly uninhibited movement forward.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Moving on to taking life just as it came.
Okay.
The lesson says this means accepting life as it happens without excessive worry, like just enjoying a spontaneous road trip.
Right.
The new phrase is taking life as it comes, accepting things naturally.
Okay.
So it's about being in the moment, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a mindset of surrender in a positive sense.
Oh, okay.
Instead of trying to control every little detail, there's an acceptance of the natural flow of events. And thinking back to the ride to nowhere, this attitude of taking life as it came seems crucial. If you don't know where you're going, you have to be open to whatever unfolds along the way.
Right. You can't really have a rigid itinerary for nowhere.
No more waiting, no more doubt. Ain't no turning back now. Going all in, let it ride. My crew is burning through the night.
Next up is no more waiting, no more doubt.
Okay.
Meaning no longer putting things off and feeling certain about a decision.
Right.
The new phrase is no more doubt, not unsure anymore. And the example is, I had no more doubt after practicing English every day.
Okay.
What kind of shift do you think happens when someone reaches that no more doubt stage?
It's a powerful transition from hesitation to conviction.
Yeah.
Waiting often implies a lack of certainty
Right.
or a dependence on external factors.
Yeah.
And when that waiting ends and doubt is eliminated, it signifies a moment of clarity and empowerment. It's the point where a decision solidifies and action becomes possible.
Right.
It fuels that feeling of forward momentum we've seen in the earlier lines.
Definitely a feeling of taking control. Then we get to ain't no turning back now.
Okay.
This means a firm decision has been made and there's no going back.
Right.
The new phrase is ain't no turning back, no change in my decision. The example is the very determined, I started my business and there ain't no turning back now.
All right.
What does that use of ain't add to the phrase?
Well, the use of ain't gives it a very informal and emphatic feel.
Right.
It's not just a statement. It's a declaration with a bit of attitude.
Yeah.
It conveys a strong sense of finality and unwavering resolve.
Right.
It suggests that the speaker isn't just committed. They're absolutely, resolutely committed to this path.
It definitely amps up the feeling.
Right.
Now we're at going all in, let it ride.
Okay.
Meaning giving everything and taking a significant risk, like betting everything you have in a game. The new phrase is going all in, giving everything, taking a big risk.
Okay.
The example is she's going all in on her dream of becoming a singer.
I see.
What's the significance of that let it ride part?
Let it ride adds an element of acceptance of the outcome, whatever it may be.
Right.
Going all in is about committing fully. But letting it ride is about releasing control and trust in the process or the outcome.
Yeah.
It suggests a certain level of faith
Right.
and perhaps even a thrill in the uncertainty.
That makes sense. A blend of commitment and surrender.
Yeah.
Then we have my crew is burning through the night.
Okay.
Meaning friends are moving fast and having fun all night,
Yeah.
like a group working tirelessly towards a shared goal.
Mm-hmm.
The new phrase is burning through the night, moving fast and full of energy all night.
Okay.
The example is, we were so excited that we kept working burning through the night.
Oh, I see.
What does the inclusion of my crew add to this sense of a ride to nowhere?
Well, it introduces a social dimension
Right.
to what might otherwise seem like a solitary journey.
Yeah.
It suggests that this feeling of freedom and this lack of a fixed destination are shared experiences.
Yeah.
There's a camaraderie, a sense of collective energy and purpose.
Right.
Even if the ultimate goal isn't clearly defined, it hints that the joy is also in the shared experience.
That's a great point. It's not just about the individual.
I'm on the ride to nowhere, speeding through the air, ride to nowhere, ain't gotta care, no slowing down, I'll never fall, I'm on the ride to nowhere.
Right.
And here's the title drop. I'm on the ride to nowhere.
Okay.
Meaning traveling with no clear destination, not knowing or caring where you end up. The new phrase is ride to nowhere, a journey without a clear destination.
Right.
The example is quite reflective. After college, I felt like I was on a ride to nowhere, unsure of what to do next.
Yeah.
So it captures that feeling of being in motion without a set plan. What's the key to interpret in that phrase? Is it positive or negative?
Well, it's really open to interpretation.
Right.
And I think that's what makes it so compelling.
Yeah.
It can feel unsettling if you crave structure and define goals.
Right.
But it can also be incredibly liberating.
Yeah.
A chance to explore possibilities without the pressure of a specific endpoint.
Yeah.
The phrase itself is neutral. The meaning comes from the individual's perspective and what they make of that lack of a defined destination.
That ambiguity is really interesting.
Yeah.
We then get speeding through the air,
Oh, yeah.
meaning moving very fast, feeling light and free, like driving very quickly with the windows down.
Right.
The new phrase is speeding through moving very fast.
Okay.
The example is she's speeding through her work to finish early.
I see.
How does this image enhance the ride to nowhere idea?
It amplifies the sensation of freedom and lack of constraints.
Right.
Speeding through the air evokes a feeling of almost weightlessness,
Right.
of moving beyond the ordinary.
Yeah.
It adds to the sense of exhilaration and the idea that this journey is about the experience of movement itself, unburdened by limitations or the need to arrive at a particular place.
It's all about the sensation, isn't it?
It really is.
Next up is ain't gotta care,
Okay.
meaning having no worries, feeling completely free and unstressed.
Right.
The new phrase is ain't gotta care. No worries at all.
The example is so relatable. When I'm on vacation, I ain't got a care in the world.
I love that.
That's the ultimate feeling of letting go.
Right.
What's the emotional core of that phrase?
It's pure, unadulterated freedom from anxiety.
Yeah.
It suggests a complete release of responsibility and concern.
Right.
And in the context of the ride to nowhere, this carefree attitude seems essential for embracing the uncertainty of the journey. If you're constantly worried about the destination, you can't truly enjoy the lack thereof.
Exactly. You have to embrace the lack of worry.
Right.
Then we have a powerful pair. No slowing down, I'll never fall.
Oh, wow.
Meaning not stopping, and a strong belief in the ability to keep going and succeed. The new phrases are no slowing down, not stopping or taking a break,
Right.
and I'll never fall. I will never fail or give up.
Right.
We came up with examples like, despite the challenges, I'm not slowing down on this project.
Yeah.
And with determination, I know I'll never fall short of my goals.
Great example. What do these two together tell us about the person on this ride?
Well, they paint a picture of unwavering determination and resilience.
Yeah.
No slowing down suggests relentless forward progress. While I'll never fall is a powerful declaration of self-belief
Right.
and an unwillingness to be defeated by obstacles.
Yeah.
It indicates a strong inner drive that fuels this journey, regardless of the lack of a specific endpoint.
It's like unstoppable momentum.
Yeah.
No red lights, no control. Pushing forward hard and soul. Like a fire, I ignite. Blazing past the city lights.
Stop.
We continue with no red lights, no control.
Okay.
Meaning no obstacles, no rules, complete freedom to do as one pleases.
I like it.
The new phrase is no red lights, no stopping, no rules. We imagined an example like, after the promotion, it felt like there were no red lights holding me back.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate sense of being unrestricted.
Right.
What's the significance of pairing the external red lights with the internal no control?
It emphasizes the removal of both external barriers and the internal limitations.
Oh.
No red lights represents the absence of external obstacles, while no control suggests a letting go of the need to micromanage or direct every aspect of the journey.
Oh, yeah.
It's about trusting the flow and embracing the freedom that comes with surrendering some control.
That internal release must be key.
It really is.
Then we get pushing forward heart and soul.
Okay.
Meaning moving ahead with complete dedication and passion. The new phrase is push forward. Keep moving ahead with energy.
Right.
The example is the very driven, I will push forward and never give up on my dream.
Wow, that's great.
So it's about total commitment. How does that heart and soul aspect amplify the idea of pushing forward?
Well, added in heart and soul signifies that this isn't just a physical act of moving forward.
Right.
It's fueled by deep passion and genuine commitment. It implies that the journey is deeply meaningful on a personal level,
Yeah.
driven by intrinsic motivation rather than external pressures or goals.
It's very internal drive,
Very internal.
like the fire I ignite. Meaning a sudden burst of energy and excitement, feeling powerful and ready to act.
Oh, cool.
The new phrase is ignite. Start something powerful like a fire.
Yeah?
The example is, her passion for music ignited when she started writing songs.
Yeah.
What does that simile of fire bring to mind?
Well, fire is such a potent image of energy, passion, and transformation.
Right.
Ignite suggests a sudden spark,
Yeah.
a beginning of something powerful and dynamic. And in the context of the song, it could represent a moment of realization,
Yeah.
a surge of motivation that propels the singer forward on this unconventional journey.
That initial spark is so
It
important.
really is.
We then have blazing past the city lights.
Okay.
The source only provides the meaning here, moving incredibly fast through the bright lights of the city, with life feeling like an adventure and no looking back.
Right.
The example given is, after moving to a new city, he felt like he was blazing past his old life.
Oh, wow.
What does that imagery of city lights evoke for you in this context?
City lights often symbolize the familiar, the conventional,
Right.
perhaps even the constraints of everyday life.
Right.
And blazing past suggests a rapid movement beyond these established norms.
Yeah.
A deliberate leaving behind of the past and embracing a new, perhaps unknown future.
Yeah.
It reinforces the theme of breaking free and venturing into uncharted territory.
Definitely a sense of leaving the familiar behind.
Yeah.
Then we get a bit of a bold statement.
Hey, danger, call my name. Turn it up, fuel the flame.
went with, hey, danger, call my name.
Okay.
The meaning is embracing risk and excitement, almost inviting challenges and feeling fearless.
Right.
We don't have a direct example, but you can imagine someone saying, with that attitude of, hey, danger, call my name, he took the leap into the unknown.
Oh, yeah.
What does that personification of danger suggest?
Personifying danger suggests a shift in perspective.
Right.
Instead of something to be avoided, danger becomes almost an invitation,
Oh, wow.
a source of excitement.
Yeah.
It speaks to a fearless attitude, a willingness to confront the unknown and even embrace the risks associated with this ride to nowhere.
Right.
It's about actively seeking out thrilling experiences.
It's a real flip of the script on fear.
It is.
Next is turn it up, fuel the flame,
Okay.
meaning making things more exciting, increasing energy and action.
Right.
The new phrase is fuel the flame, make something stronger. An example could be positive feedback helped to fuel the flame of her motivation.
I see.
So it's all about intensification.
Yeah.
How does that relate to the overall feeling of the song?
Well, it's about actively maintaining and amplifying the energy and excitement of the journey.
Yeah.
Turn it up suggests increasing the intensity,
Right.
while fuel the flame implies sustaining the passion and drive. It's not a passive experience.
Yeah.
There's a conscious effort to keep the momentum going and to make the ride as vibrant and exhilarating as possible.
It's an active pursuit of that feeling.
Absolutely.
We then have a more personal address. Hey, mama, look at me.
Okay.
The meaning is a feeling of having grown and become independent, wanting a parent to witness that achievement. Again, no direct example. But we could imagine after achieving his goals, he felt like saying, hey, mama, look at me.
Yeah.
What does this sudden personal address add to the song?
Well, it introduces a human element,
Right.
a desire for recognition and validation from someone significant in the speaker's life.
Yeah.
It suggests that even on this seemingly independent and unconventional journey, there's still a connection to roots and a desire to show how far they've come.
Yeah.
It adds a touch of vulnerability and a grounding in personal relationships.
It makes it feel more real.
Absolutely.
And finally, before we hit the bridge, we have breaking loose. I'm running free.
Okay.
Meaning escaping limitations and living life on one's own terms, completely liberated.
Right.
The new phrase is breaking loose, escaping and being free. An example might be, after years of working for others, he decided to break loose and start his own venture.
Oh, yeah.
It's the ultimate declaration of liberation.
It is.
How does this line summarize the themes we've seen so far?
Well, it acts as a powerful summation of the core themes of the song.
Okay.
Breaking loose encapsulates the act of escaping constraints,
Right.
both internal and external,
Yeah.
that we've seen in earlier lines like no more chains and no red lights.
Right.
And run free describes the resultant state of complete liberation, which is the driving force behind this ride to nowhere.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate expression of the freedom the song celebrates.
Okay, so now we are moving into the bridge.
All right.
So let's break down some of the key.
Ain't no stopping, can't be tamed. No regrets, no one to blame. Pedal down, I hear the sound of freedom calling all around.
lines and phrases here.
Let's do it.
First up, ain't no stopping, can't be tamed.
Okay.
This means nothing can stop me and no one can control me,
Right.
like a wild, unbroken horse.
Like a wild horse.
The new phrase is can't be tamed,
Yeah.
can't be controlled, wild and free. I mean, that image of a wild animal really resonates with the feeling of the song.
It absolutely does.
Doesn't it?
Can't be tamed is a very visceral and powerful metaphor for complete independence
Yeah.
and resistance to any form of control or domestication.
Yep.
It reinforces that untamed spirit that fuels this ride to nowhere,
Right.
emphasizing a fierce sense of self-determination.
Next in the bridge, no regrets, no one to blame.
Okay.
Meaning living without dwelling on past choices or holding others responsible. The new phrase is no regrets, no feeling sorry about past choices.
Right?
The example is she lives with no regrets and enjoys every moment.
I love that.
That's a key element of truly moving forward, isn't it?
It's fundamental.
Yeah.
Holding on to regrets or blaming others ties you to the past
Right.
and prevents you from fully embracing the present and the future. This line highlights the importance of taking ownership of one's choices
Right.
and moving forward without that emotional baggage,
Yeah.
which is crucial for a journey with no fixed destination.
Then we've got pedal down, I hear the sound.
Okay.
Meaning pressing the accelerator and enjoying the feeling of speed and power. The new phrase is pedal down, speeding up, going fast.
Yeah.
You can almost feel the wind in your hair. What's the significance of the auditory element? I hear the sound.
Well, the addition of the sound makes the experience more immersive and visceral.
Right.
It's not just about the act of speeding up.
Yeah.
It's about the sensory feedback.
Yeah.
The roar of the engine, the rush of the wind that intensifies the feeling of freedom and exhilaration. It makes the experience more tangible and real for the listener.
Following that is of freedom calling all around.
Okay.
Meaning a pervasive sense of liberation and possibility.
Right.
It's like the open road itself is beckoning.
Yeah.
What do you think that personification of freedom adds to the feeling?
Personifying freedom as something that calls creates a powerful sense of invitation and destiny.
Right.
It's as if the very essence of freedom is actively drawing the speaker towards this untethered existence. It emphasizes the allure
Yeah.
and the almost magnetic pull of this ride to...
And I'm flying high all the way. I'm on the ride to
nowhere.
And I'm flying high.
Okay.
Meaning feeling incredible, completely liberated and joyful. The new phrase is flying high, feeling amazing and free. The example is, I feel like I'm flying high when I listen to my favorite song.
Yeah.
It's the emotional peak, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
Flying high is such a classic and effective metaphor for feeling on top of the world. Completely unburdened and full of joy.
Right.
It encapsulates the emotional payoff of embracing this ride to nowhere,
Yeah.
a state of pure exhilaration and liberation.
Next in the bridge is all the way.
Okay.
Meaning completely committed with no intention of stopping or turning back.
Right.
It's that unwavering resolve we saw earlier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a concise reaffirmation of the speaker's dedication to this path. It reinforces the idea that this isn't a temporary whim, but a deep-seated commitment to this way of life, this journey, without a defined end.
And bringing it all full circle in the bridge, I'm on the ride to nowhere.
Yeah.
Meaning embracing a journey for the sake of the experience itself, not a specific destination. The new phrase is ride to nowhere, a journey with no set destination just for fun.
Right.
The example is, when I go on road trips, I just ride to nowhere and explore new places.
Oh, yeah.
It really brings the central idea back into focus.
It does. It serves as a powerful reminder that the focus isn't on reaching a particular place,
Right.
but on the journey itself. The freedom, the
Yeah,
adventure,
right.
and the embracing of the unknown possibilities that come with not having a fixed destination.
So taking this deep dive into Ride to Nowhere, what really stands out is this incredible sense of liberation, right?
It really is.
It's about embracing uncertainty, shedding limitations, those chains,
Right.
and finding joy in the process, even without a map. It's fascinating how much you can unpack from what seems like a straightforward song.
Absolutely. And it's a testament to the power of language,
Yeah.
even in popular music, to convey complex emotions and philosophical ideas.
yeah.
And by looking closely at these individual phrases, we can see how they build upon each other to create this compelling narrative of freedom and self-discovery.
It really makes you think about your own perspective on goals and journeys.
It does.
And on that note, here's a final thought for you to consider.
Okay.
In what areas of your life might you currently be on a ride to nowhere?
Well, that's a good question.
And is that something you're embracing for the adventure? Or perhaps something you might want to steer in a new direction?
Right.
Thanks so much for sharing these lyrics and joining us for this deep dive.
Thank you.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm on the